Yo, so I just completed this funded account. I completed a 50K, about 2 days ago, I believe. I completed a 50K about 2 days ago. Excuse me. I ain't gonna lie, this shit is getting easy. I love Top Step. I just switched from Clarity Traders to Top Step, and this shit is honestly amazing. Like, I can't even complain, honestly. As you can see, 2 trades on the day. If you can see, look at our balance, 106,000. If you guys know the typical like average goal to hit is 6,000. 4,000 today. As you can see, these 2 trades, my 2 biggest trades. This account I took 0 L's on, like literally 0 L's. Mostly shorts though. The market, we're in a very bear market. Trump with the tariffs. But yeah, typically very easy, very simple. Let's go over these trades. Hold on, I'm trying to look at this real quick. 1 to 30 second. Is this like filling in a gap? Yeah, filled in this little gap right here. It's probably, if this engulfs that, I'll go back down. But this won't, I don't know. I'll go down to a smaller time frame, and I want to see like a, probably this come up again, boom, and go like that. All right, let's go over these trades today. So first trade, yeah, guys, you guys can beat these accounts like literally this easy. All right, this trade, I ran into some heavy drawdown right here. I'll explain it in a second. All right, 1 second. Let's go to the 1 minute. All right, so as you can see on this 1 minute, well, first of all, we're at a support area. We're at support. So I'm expecting reversal. If it breaks through, we're expecting a retest and a go down. Simple. So I see it. We're rejecting this. I saw we were rejecting this. 9:30. This was a 9:30 candle. I waited on that 1 minute. Once I saw we didn't get the breakout, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a little patient on this. Usually, it will break out, shoot, literally, it will get a good close under. I don't like to trade the first 5 minute candle. I usually trade, so I like to watch that 1 minute candle just to see what it does. So you're not too late on like getting in either. So on this candle, it reversed. So I waited for price to go. So I'm like, okay, it's selling right now. I saw like it was like a little break and retest. I honestly could have took a small trade right here, but I wouldn't want to have took that. That's a bad risk to reward. But yeah, we came all the way down to the support area right here. And then I waited. I said, okay, I'm gonna wait for a break and retest of this trend line then right here. I was like, okay, I'll wait for a break and retest. As you can see, it didn't happen. So I'm like, okay, market is just in a consolidation mode right now. So I was a little more patient. I'm like, okay, let it break out these areas. Let it break out these areas. So market, it came down all the way up here, swept liquidity under this trend line. And then once I saw this, I was like, okay, more sales, I think. Because once I saw this engulfing big green candle, I'm like, okay, but I still wanted to see change in structure. As you can see, we still were in bearish structure. Like we were still in bearish structure. So I didn't want to take a buy there. So I'm like, okay, I waited, it retested, it came back in this trend line right here. It retested it. And as you can see, once it got back in this trend line and it retested it, it came back up. We got a green engulfing candle as well, engulfing, and then we got a break of structure right here above this resistance where 1, 2, 3, about 3 touches, 4 touches. So that was strong. I got in right when I saw this candle close. I got in. I had my stops way below here. I'm not gonna lie. So this trade was literally kind of like this. I took a ton of drawdown because I'm like, all right, fuck it. If it breaks this area right here, that's when I really will want to be out. Because look at this. If it broke this structure right here, I will want to be out right there. But I'm like, okay, I'll hold it. I was like 1,400 in drawdown right here, which was really close. But I'm like, I know it's gonna reverse, bro. I don't want to close in with 1,400 drawdown if it's gonna reverse. So I waited because I could see, you see this little head and shoulders pattern as well. And then we got this continue up. Once we got that, boom, it reversed. Once I saw this huge green engulfing candle, I was way more satisfied. This gap just had to be filled right here. As you can see, they filled this gap right here. of this little takeoff, and then it kept going. Once I saw a break of structure of this again, made me hold my trade for longer. At that point right here, I put my stops right below here. I would have took $1,000 anyway. So I'm like, no, that was this trade. No, that was this trade. That was this trade. So I didn't move my stops on this one. I literally held it to about right here, guys. I held it to right here. Like I took a 1-1 right here on this trade. I took a 1-1, this drawdown, and I closed it at this resistance line. You know, I got a little, you know, and I'm like, okay. Let's see. I'm like, okay, let's see if we could take another trade today. I'm like, I'll wait till we get to this trend line. Let's see if we can get this same push down from this trend line right here, which we did, which was beautiful. So right here, you know, we came to this trend line. I'm like, okay, let this come to this trend line, let it go down, let it go back up, and let it break some structure, and I'll hop in patiently. You know, you don't want to say, oh my God, and then you want to hop in right here to catch the falling knife, you know. Well, not the falling knife because it's not fucking long-term stocks, but you know, you don't want to hop in right here, and you know this thing has to retrace, and you don't know this could have just been a this green retracement right here. You see, this could have been this green retracement right here, but this is the trade I call right here. This sell right here. So boom. All right, so boom. All right, so we came all the way up to this trend line. We came all the way up to this resistance area right here that it formed. As you can see, every time we get to these little areas right here, we reverse. Market always repeats itself, so I waited. I saw we came up. I was not gonna be taking buys if this would have kept going. I mean, I probably could have took a small buy on a break, a retest, and then like a break, another like a little break of structure or close above a resistance line. But yeah, I wasn't gonna take that. So I'm like, okay. Once I saw this, I'm like, okay, this was just a liquidity sweep, a liquidity grab. You know, there's a lot of liquidity behind this trend line and behind this resistance area. So that's what it did. Once it did that, I'm like, okay, we had our manipulation part. So I see this thing going right down, just how it did. Where is it? This is how it did it right here. You see? We came, we touched it once, then we came, we swept liquidity, we manipulated the market, we came out, and then that's when we finally continued down. And it kind of did that twice right here, you know. You would have still caught some good moves right here, not bad on either one you would have took. You would have took the reversals, but as you can see, sometimes though it won't come back, and it won't do this, you know. This trade right here is huge. I didn't need all this though. I just needed to pass the account. So, boom. I have my stops about right here. This fair value gap right here. I'm like, okay, it probably needs to come and get filled soon. So I have my stops right here. This is a good spot. I saw some resistance. I saw some support resistance right here. So I wanted that area. I was targeting that area, which it hit perfectly. I didn't really want to target this trend line because you never know on higher time frames. This could just be going up, going down, and going back up. So, you know, I wanted to get in, get out. Nice 1 to 4. Once we had our manipulation, and then once I saw this break structure, I think I went on the 30-second. I go on the 30-second sometimes. As you can see, boom, boom, boom. Once I saw this break structure right here on this candle, I entered, put my stops like above like this little area over here. Because if it came above this area, this trade it's bullshit. But you don't want to put your stop somewhere if it still comes and if it comes to that area and reverse, it goes down. I would have still been in this trade even if I would have held. I could have went downstairs or some shit. I would have still been in this trade. Stop losses always above the most like wicks. Like you wanna get it above the wicks because that's what it does. It liquidity sweeps these. You know, that's what it does. That's what it does. It grabs. It's gonna come up here. It's gonna grab behind us. There's a lot of sell order, buy order placements right here. So, all right. So boom. Once we got that, once I saw a boom, and then once I saw we didn't break this structure again after this retest, I'm like, okay, this. So we came here, we made a lower high. All we need is this lower low to be broken, and now we're in a bearish market. So that happened. I hopped in the trade. And as you can see, the rest was history. Literally took off once we broke that support right here. Definitely, I'm like, okay, more confident to hold this trade even longer. And then I got it all the way down to here. You know, just watching the candles. This was the candle right here where it closed below this box right here. And I put my stop loss right here. I said if it comes back above this box, I'll be good. I want out. If anything, I would want it to retest right here and go back down. But it didn't do that. As you can see, it kept going. It hit my TP. I would end up closing anyway. I would never, especially in today's. I would never let. I would take a 1 to 2. Like honestly, I won't let that off the board. I'll take that 1 to 2. I'll close that trade at the $1,000, and I want to get greedy. But as you can see, we still got that push down. You know, you gotta trail smartly. Like you can't just trail. You gotta. Okay, it would broke the support. The smart. If it comes right here, you know this thing could be reversing. It has a high chance of reversing. So that's where you guys want to place your stop losses and things like that. But as you can see, boom, TP4 smash. This thing came back up to this trend line again, and then we got another. It came in. Well, it didn't really. It swept some liquidity right here. It probably had people had stop losses. It was targeting stop losses that people were trailing or anything like that. Stopped all them out, and then market really continued down. So that's what it does, guys. Comes up, it'll stop a lot of people out, and then it will continue in the direction you go. That's why most retail traders, they will see this right here. They will expect a breakout. They're like, okay, this thing is not selling no more. This thing is buying. So that's what the market, the big banks would do. They'll manipulate you out, thinking that the market is reversing, but the whole time the market is still headed in the same direction. They just do grabs like these right here. You know, right here, grab above the trend line. Grab above the trend line. Like most traders, most regular traders, but okay, it's touching the trend line right here. Reverse like this right here. But the whole time, it's gonna sweep up, trust me. It's grabbing that liquidity on the outside. But yo, that was a great trade. 4 fucking K on the day, man. Shit, like that's blessings, bro. I completed this account in 2 days. 2 days, right? Yeah, look, guys, 2 days. 4-9, 4-10, 4-10, 4-11, 4-11. As you can see, 3 days, about 3 days, 2 days. Nah, that's 2 days. So account complete, guys. I just completed a 50K. I see my growth with trading. Like this year, I've been completing a ton of accounts, Clarity Traders accounts. I got my first payout. Now I'm completing these accounts consistently. I'm seeing what it is. I'm seeing how everything works, and yeah, everything's going lovely. I can't lie. I can't complain. Two top step, and I love the like how fast you could just receive payouts, bro. Like, bro, I literally got it. It's one phase, it's single phases all the time, and it's cheap. Like top step, bro. Like, bro, $50, right? $50 just to see if you can beat it, and then you pay for like for the fun, and that's the smartest thing ever, bro. That's a great business strat. But yeah, very simple, guys. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this, little go-overs. I kind of combine. I used to watch MAMBAFX. I started off watching MAMBAFX, as y'all know, he made it seem like the most simplest. I watch some TGR sometimes. TJR, I'm sorry. And then I like to watch Alex a lot. So that's why you guys see me doing a lot of break and retests, or like, breakout kind of trades, kind of combined. And I kind of made my own strategy with it. I don't really try to watch too many videos. I try to just come in here, learn the market, watch the market, see what the market does. The market repeats itself, guys. As you can see, guys, you make your resistance spots. When it gets to areas like these, look for these reversals. When it gets to areas like these, look for your buys. Look for your buys. When you see supports like this get broke through, wait for the retest. Wait for it to come down. Wait for it to push back up. And wait for it to come back down again. This is gonna keep dropping. You wanna know how I know this is gonna keep dropping? This bearish engulfing candle. And as you can see, look what it did. Then we broke this right here, this structure. Now it should be respecting this as resistance. This gap is filled already, so it should keep going down pretty soon. Watch. I don't think this will go back up. We broke the structure already. We made a lower low. We're still in bears. I don't see this going back up. As you can see, look, you'll be up about like $300 right now already. One contract. I'm telling you. You can close that. Like once you got your funded account, you can close that. Like 300 for the day. That's replacing the job, y'all. Like y'all gotta be smart. Don't just say I need 2,000 every day. Like I complete this account, guys, and I'm probably gonna take $1,000 every day. I'm happy with $1,000 every day. Like I'll literally be happy with that. I will literally put my stop loss at $1,000 every day. Once it hits 1,000, I'll put my stop loss and kind of let the rest run if it doesn't hit stop loss, But you can see, look, gap being filled. This thing is gonna continue down. It's gonna make a new lower low. And yeah, it's that simple, you guys. It's that simple. Yeah, look, down. It's gone. It's that easy, guys. Let's see how that looks on a 30-second. You know, it came up here, let's up liquidity, boom, boom, kept going down. And that's a good trading right there. That's a good trading right here. But as you can see, we might be on the way up now. But we're in a resistance area. But yeah, honestly, I would have took this right here. I would have came down. I would have took this trade right here. Have my stops above here. Targeted these lows. Hit that low TP. And it's that simple, y'all. It's probably about to do it again. It's looking like how it did on the trend line when it came up. We had the liquidation. Then it came down again, and it came back up a little lower, and then it continued like low. So that's what you'll want to expect. If you want to look for buys, if I wanted to look for buys, I'll wait for break of structure right here. But I will also wait for I'll wait for this to come here, boom, then break a structure. But yeah, very simple, y'all. I'm just trying to see, so you guys can watch how the market plays out, in live trade, because biases change. As you can see, we broke back up here, so now I will want this to come up a little more, come down, retest, and then go back up. So you can see, still breaking this restructure. We're on a 30-second too. Extremely low, but yeah, this thing is probably, I can see this, filling this gap right here, a wick coming up, and then coming back up here, we break this structure. I'm not gonna lie, that probably won't be a bad buy. I gotta see on the higher time frames. Well, I mean, the market does have to retrace a shit ton. It'll probably come fill this gap, retest this trend line right here. And that's where I would have got out at. Oh, shit. That's where I would have got out at. 5 minutes, because it does need to breathe. So you could wait for sales on this. You could be like, no, I'll just wait for a break and a retest of a key area. But other than that, though, you guys could have took the quick scalp. Okay, I see it's gonna keep going up. It needs to retrace a little bit. Price needs to breathe. And that's what it's doing right now, as you can see. You can't see it on the 5 minute clearly, but when you go down, you can see the shift in structure. And this thing is gonna keep going. It's gonna probably come fill this gap in right here, this area, retest these little areas. This thing gonna go down. That's exactly what's I think it's gonna come to these areas and keep going. Boom, probably to these areas. Right? But very simple, you guys. That's today's trading day. Yeah, 4 bands on a fucking day. Oh, let's go. And my girl just left me. This shit make it better. Yo, let's go, y'all. Man, we're going crazy, man. YallLoveKae, man. Excited now. Let's go.